Zuppa Tuscana Kale.
Canning Tuscana or Tuscana Zuppa, I can never say that right, today. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get solids out of the pot right now. Put them in here with as little water as possible. Then I'm going to use my tool and I'm going to push down in here because I want it full of soup, but I want it full of solids as much as possible. So there's a little more headspace in there. Let's get a little bit more of the solid stuff. Push it down in. And you're looking for headspace right here, kind of below this bottom line on the ring. And that actually is full enough of liquid and solids, so we can put that one in the canner when we're ready. So I'm going to switch a jar, and I'm going to fill the next jar. I know this pot looks like it's crammed full, but it doesn't really have lots in it. 1 quart is definitely enough. Now, I'm not canning anything in here with milk or with cheese. Dairy products aren't supposed to be canned. But when you open this up, you can add Parmesan cheese, you can add some if you like, or you can eat it just like it is. My husband loves kale, and he loves kale soup, so we probably will be eating this as is. But if I want a special treat, or if he wants something, we can always add some liquid, some cheese and some milk. Push that down in there. Make sure we don't have any bubbles anywhere. Look, the liquid.
As you can see here, there is liquid on the top, and it's just underneath the neck. And that's how you fill a canning jar. Good evening, everyone. Well, basically, we're finished with our tornado warnings and such around the area of Okeechobee. So now we can get back to what we were going to do today, and that is canning. My wife decided to make Zuppa Tuscana Kale soup. Is that right, sweetie pie? Zuppa Tuscana. And of course, Zuppa means soup in Italian, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not Italian, but I believe that's what it means. Anyway, we had some camera snafu, so I'm going to just going to recap real quick here. We got a pound of Italian sausage in here. I'd say about a couple pounds of potatoes, about a pound of carrots, an entire bag of kale. Do you know how big that bag of kale was? About a pound or 2 pounds of kale? About a pound of kale. That's a lot of kale. And I think I mentioned we put in there. We also threw in 2, I would say, heaping teaspoons of chicken broth in there. Bouillon broth to create the help. And I taste tested it. We actually pre-cooked it separately. There's some videos previous to this that you'll see and or have seen. And we loaded the can. We loaded how many quarts it was? Yeah, we two batches of soup. We got 8 quarts in there, and since we've got meat in there, the guidelines from various canning sites, food preservations like government and such, say that when it's a quart, you're supposed to can for 90 minutes under pressure. Now, when we loaded the can, we went ahead and per the manufacturer specifications for a canner, there were about 3 quarts of water in there, and then we went ahead and let it vent for 10 minutes or so. Less than 10 minutes. It was getting a little violent there, hissing really loud, so we had to turn it down in half unit, or just slowly turn it down, because you don't want to basically lose your momentum on the steam. And then after 10 minutes, we went ahead and put the weights on. Now the weights will vary, from what I understand, based on your altitude. So again, read up. That'll be up in your canning. That being said, as for the actual prep, in the one video, you'll see where the proper headspace is for a particular sequence. And the parts that got messed up was the wife wiping down the lips of the jars and the inspection of the lids, lip actions or cuts or scratches and such, so that we get a proper seal. That being said, the soup is well underway, and how many more minutes we got left on this puppy? About 30 minutes, and then we'll basically start filming again from that point. All right, so we'll see you in a little bit. Take care. Thanks.